Hello, this is Gerald Hilvermas. When letters are meaningful and letters within a word become meaningful and you can have access to it when you understand also its meaningfulness, it becomes stronger as well. Words can inspire, they give you a direction and so on. Just imagine that we would say, okay, but if we understand the word better, then it could also inspire us, and so we can achieve it also better. So we can also go towards it better. Yes, probably it can. So some people would like to get fame. So why not express fame? And maybe see if this is a good idea to go towards fame. So what will be the consequence? What will be the inspiration also to achieve it? And what will have to be done for it to achieve this will all be there in the directions that are described with the letter combinations. I have a backing for all of this by saying like, okay, all the letters have a meaningfulness, and so that's how you can have access to it, and that's how they work. That's how they are almost like a living entity, and that's way how it can inspire. But I will not just take fame, I will also take fate, because it's not so much that there is in a difference. The beginning is the same, the ending is a bit different, so we could understand both things so that you can achieve fame, which can also fade out at a certain point. It starts from the same thing, it only has a different outcome. So let's go and look at the idea of fame until fate. In the background, you have this whole theory here at the right, and there are a lot of directions. So I have that already used in a previous video about the W and the Z, because it has a very good, clear position just in between the push forward and the push back, or the feedback that you receive. The W and the Z are there. But the F also, of course, has a specific position. How can we use all the letters as a focus? So here are some of the options that you have that deal with these things. So you can have the first 9 letters as positions in space, very steady space. So also in the grounding, the foundation is the object, and I focus on the middle so that I can have a grounding, so that I can find the positions. That's all the first 9 letters. The next 10 letters are that's more about movement. This is this region, so it's moving. It's showing all the directions from here to here, what you can have and what kind of directions, and everything that can change. You can define there. That's the second region, where we will also find the F. The last region will be about the feedback. You have the 3 regions at once, and we can try to frame the region so that we know where to look for to understand actually all the whole complexity of movement and changes that happen and that occur, that we can still orientate ourselves into that region. But here it will be about direction, so it will be a direction. That's already what we know, the sense of what we are going to express with fate and with fame is a direction where some things will change. So here I take out the right position. I have F. With my basics, it will go up, completely trying to go up in its full force, in a timing, but in the red zone, so it's at the edge of what what I still can control myself. And in my full system of balance, where is the balance? It's actually at the end of my push forward, where I continue to push forward. Although I'm in the red zone, there is already quite a lot of feedback here. So even though I'm still pushing, the feedback is also bigger than my push. That will have consequences, because my push will be pushed back, of course. Let's express it better from in the timing, and then my push, which is underneath, trying to push forward. Yeah, I have it, and I try to push it in full force forward. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So what is desired in the first place is that I have my push forward. I want something. It's desired from underneath, from the physical plane. I want something. I want to push it, and I do that. But it's at the edge of my capacity, so I have to give it extra attention if I really want to have a forward mode in my intentions. And I have to figure it out. But that's also the F. I have to figure it out, because it's what did I see already? There will be quite a lot of feedback. And this is going to make it more difficult, because we have to deal with such a great amount of feedback that the push forward will not be so easy. And that's why I also expressed the F like different pushes forward, which is not always as like here have you three pushes, and they're already pushed back and so on. So you have a whole set of pushbacks, so 3 pushes forward, 3 pushes back, and in the end I try to still push forward. It will be an irregular push forward. There will be something possible to be pushed forward, but I have to deal with the amount of feedback and an irregular push back in it. And that's the expression of my first letter. It's the tryout to push something forward, and I don't know beforehand. I have to deal with the pushback. Next letter is the A. It means I will have a steady focus. You can derive that from my scheme. I will try to have a steady focus. So basically it wants to say I want to keep my focus steady. It's about what I want to keep, what I want to stimulate in as well. So my push, of course, my opinion. But it's expressed not with A, it's expressed with A. A is a combination of sound of E, the long E, so a whole set of E's, a whole set of timings, with a Y to it as well, and Y wants to say I try to figure it out. So the A is that shows that trying to move, trying to change, and having actually a hard time keeping your focus straightforward as you wanted to have it with the A. So the A expressed as the letter A with the sound A is I'm trying. Hey, I'm trying. Fade is our first word, and you have the D, which is, I read that in the system, it is that you open actually you open the opportunity for a change. You're going to change something. You're going to change something from your starting point. And the E to it, the D is actually, I'm going to see what is going to change. The E says, oh, it continues to do so. So there will be an openness to change, and it will also be stretched in time by this extra A on the end. It will have a certain continuation. Before interpreting what that could mean, let's go also to the second option, the fame. So I have the F, we have already our first letter F. The A is changing, where we have a hard time keeping our focus straight, even if we want to keep it straight with A. We want to keep it straight. We have a hard time to do so, but we give it an attention. Even with F, it's already quite difficult to keep our push forward. We will keep that attention. With all our the feedbacks are coming towards us. And what's the goal of it? Here the goal of it is expressed in the last letters. The goal of it is M, which suggests a certain physical presence of extension that extends also in in different directions at the end. So I will have a physical result at the end. I want to see it. I want to see results. With the add to it says that there's a certain continuation to also to keep on doing that. And with it not just says it has a certain timing. It also says that I also will try to highlight this, that this is important for me, so that this making it physical is important for me. So when you combine them a little bit together, the fei here, both words is the same, combined with the M and E, it is this. I try to keep actually the M, the making on the same level, on the same standard. I want to keep it longer. I want to keep. I want to extend it. I want to highlight actually the extension of the physical extension the whole time, even if I have trouble keeping it. I will try to keep it also the whole time on this level. That's what fame is. It's expressed in this way quite well. Fate is different. You have at that point where the fei has a hard time to keep it straight, keep your push forward. The D says, no, there's going to change. So there will be changes. And if there are changes, they will also go away. You have trouble following it. If they will be changed, of course, you will divide from the original push and the feedback itself. There's no other chance. There's only one option. The feedback will become more dominant. So the highlighting idea that you have the push forward, you cannot keep up. You cannot keep it up high all the time, and the feedback will dominate. And if it will, of course, divide and will fade out. It will fade out. In combination, fame and fade. Fame tries to keep these standards up all the time. Probably it can't do that all the time. At a certain point, it will also fade. So there's no other option. You can see how you can go from fame to fade. And you can just let it fade out. It doesn't matter to me. It's just an opinion. It's just an expression. It doesn't mean that much. If you really want to give it extra attention, it doesn't matter. But it's just one of these illusionary standards, if you ask me. Okay, thanks again for watching. Bye bye.